Yeah, I'm gonna change karate belts to a shorter one. What I'm testing here is my pronation, just off the floor. So it's like this, as long as that thing moves. So this is a warm up. This shouldn't. If this is heavy, then I'm in big trouble. Okay, so that is 68 pounds. I'll jump up to 88. I must admit that hurt a little bit. So it wasn't really taxing for weight, but I felt it. So I might not hit a big number today, but I just want something on the board so that it'll give me something to do with my training going forward. Just give me something to attack each time. It was done. So all right, let's try this. 88 pounds. I have a feeling this will be, actually I'm gonna put it down one notch because I felt it was a little high last time. There we go. Yeah. All right, we'll go up another one. I think probably I'll stall at 98, which is about what I expected today. So that was 88. Not particularly taxing, but not easy either. So my containment and pronated back pressure seems like it's going to be about the same today, which is very surprising to me. I thought there'd be about a 20-pound gap in there. But it either means that my pronation's not very strong or my containment is super strong. I'll take that. I think my containment is super strong. Makes me feel better to think of it in those terms. But in this particular lift, I have done 108 before, which is 10 more than this. I think I was overall a little stronger at the time. I was telling the guys in practice yesterday, I feel like I'm at 90% the strength that I was last fall. But I should be able to get that 10% back. My goal is to get that 10% back plus another 10% by this fall, and we'll see what happens on the table then. Unfortunately, one of the big tournaments that I really wanted to do, my niece is very selfishly getting married that day in October, so I can't participate in that unless she's willing to move her wedding to a bar in Bedford or Dartmouth, wherever it is, which I doubt. My daughter actually is one of the maids of honor, or flower girl. Yeah, maid of honor, that's what she is. She was a flower girl when she was very young one time. If you're enjoying this video or the content that I provide on this channel, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. It would help a lot. 98 pounds, let's see. All right. I'm going to make the trek downstairs and grab a 5-pound weight and go for try to get it up over 100. Just to have a number to shoot for. Pound and a half. Never saw one of those before. Well, I guess I have. It's mine, but I never noticed that it was only a pound and a half. You wouldn't think that 5 pounds would make a difference, but I suspect it might. Yeah, 5 pounds might seem like 50 pounds. I'm gonna have to make sure I take another minute or so, because I think the last one I was pretty close to my limit. But this would be 103 pounds, and it's a starting point. It's a reference point. And like I said before, all setups are different. And, you know, people will dispute numbers, and people will say, well, my number's this or that. It doesn't really matter as long as you do your testing on the same equipment. The same equipment with the same leverage point, same handle, obviously, same setup. Then you know that what you're testing, you can see it, you're either going up, going down, or staying the same. If I was to do this same testing on a different outfit a month from now, it doesn't tell me anything. I mean, it can be fun if you're doing it in competition with somebody else, trying to beat each other's number, but it doesn't really show progress or lack of progress. So this way I can track it properly and know exactly where I'm at. And that doesn't always translate to the table, but I've taken a very unscientific approach to arm wrestling so far. So I'm going to try to science it up a little bit. See my professional chart with red Sharpie? I am going to get a whiteboard. I had intended to do it this weekend, but my dog sadly died on the weekend, and I didn't really get around to doing too much. I did a little bit of training to get my mind off it, and that was about it. So you might notice that there's a lot less barking in the videos at my house now, and that's partly because one of them is no longer with us. All right, let's give this a go. Ah, 103. It was barely, but I think the video evidence will prove that it did leave the floor. I did open up a little bit, but not too much. That's an acceptable amount for me. It depends on the critics, but you know what they think. I don't really care. For me, an acceptable amount of opening is about here, because I do open up that far when I'm trying to climb and gain pronation on the table. Because I had a bicep tear many years ago, and where some people are locked in as strong here, I'm not. I'm locked in as strong about here, because in the repair, I've lost a little bit of my tightness. So I'm actually stronger there than I am here. Left arm's opposite. I'm locked in and strong there. All right, 103 it is.